Hey, what's up, guys? It's Crypto Clutch here. So I haven't done a video in like 2 or 3 weeks, mostly just because I've been busy with stuff and just, I don't know, I haven't really felt motivated to make a video. But I'm going to change that today. So I'm going to quickly update what we've been doing. So you'll see this was definitely not like this in my last video, and hopefully that fan is not too loud. But these two are hooked up, as well as this one. And this one I am running like 5 things off of it. I would run more because I have 12 slots on this PDU, but I don't have enough cables. Like, that's all the green cables I have left. Like, obviously there's some green cables over there, but they're being used, so that's all I have available. I could buy more, but I'm about to place an order on from China for about 500 of these cables, which is a lot more. I only need like 200. But it's 500 cables, but it's C20s to 3 C19s. So what that is it's basically this green cable where it goes into a C19 instead of a C20 or whatever. But it splits it into 3 different ones. I could just get the 2 because they're cheaper, but really for like GPUs, they pull like about 5 amps per GPU box. And to fully utilize this PDU, you need to use 15 amps per outlet. So if I'm only using 10 amps per outlet, I'm not going to be able to fully utilize this PDU. And I paid a lot of money for this PDU setup. The PDU itself was about $250 shipped for each one, but the expensive part is this cable right here. The cable was $3,000 for that whole roll, and the roll does 8 of these PDUs. So you do 3,000 divided by 8. I don't know exactly what that is, but that's a pretty good chunk of change for one PDU. So you can kind of see we have the connections going into the panel, and you can look at how big that wire is. So there's 3 of those wires per each one. You kind of follow it down, and then it goes over. Eventually it'll go through one of these gator guards. I don't want to mess with this too much, but luckily they kind of fit in here like perfectly. So one sec. So it'll close just like this. So eventually it'll all go through there. I just haven't. They're not in their final place yet, so I'm not gonna worry about that yet. But what I have been working on is a lot of these GPU rigs have been having issues, so I've been going through and testing a lot of those, and also just getting new GPUs online that haven't been online in a very long time, which not good. But because I had about 2 gigahash sitting offline in here, and there's probably still more. It's just I can't always work on this stuff. And if you look over here, I've been testing all my bad GPUs. So like I have a couple of them labeled like with different things. I might have talked about this, but like I said, if it'll show up in Hive or if it crashes Hive or whatever. But then you have all of these guys, not those 3, but all of these guys right here, I believe are probably BIOS issues, or it could be like a bad it could be a bad component on some of them, but they show up in Hive. They just don't have. It acts like it has a bad BIOS. There's really no way. These 3 right here are like the top one just needs to be repasted because it's running really hot. The other 2 definitely need new BIOSes, but the BIOS that's on it isn't bad enough to make it not show up. So I just need to fix those 2. But like, I don't know. I'm not super pressed about it. But like right here, there's over 1 gigahash worth of cards that are just sitting offline. And most of these are 8 gigabytes. There are some 4 gigabytes thrown in here. Like I know the bottom 2 on that one are definitely 4 gigs. But for the most part, these are all 8 gigs. And then there's still a couple more cards I need to test and then like get online. Like this is a R9 390 R9 3090, which works as far as I know. I just don't have it online. These 2 I know work. This card I think works. It worked the last time I used it, and I'm not sure about this one. But These are all like 1060. These three are 1060s, so like I'm not super pressed about it. I think they do like 15 mega hash on ETH right now, so like it's whatever. And then this card has been giving me a bunch of problems. It's a 5700 XT. It'll show up and mine for a little bit, but then just crashes. So I don't know if it needs a new BIOS or if I need to like warranty it or what. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on. I also built my 30 series rigs. I think these are all covered up, but you can still see those are all EVGA 3000 series cards. This rig's right here has got more 1060s in it. I should probably just throw those other 1060s into the rig and just get it online, but you know. And this is the rig down there is another 30 series card, another 30 series rig with a couple 5700s in it. I did have, well, I still have an issue. I haven't fixed it yet. So as you can see, there's 4 miners off right here. Well, I don't know if you can really tell, but these 4 miners are off right here, and they are off because this breaker right here, this one, it keeps tripping. It doesn't trip immediately like it's shorting out, but it trips over when it gets hot. So, and when I turn it on, it sparks a lot. So I have a feeling it's going bad. It just needs to be swapped out with another one, which isn't a big deal. They're only like $5 a piece, so really not a big deal. I just haven't had time to do it yet. I probably should, because each one of those miners is making about, I don't know, $5 a day, so that's $20 a day just sitting there doing nothing. But you know, I got other stuff going on. I don't know if these were in here the last time, but I did buy 2 24-inch fans from Home Depot. So there's one there, and then there's one over there. And then I put this fan right here used to be over here pulling in air whenever we were here, and just bringing it in from the outside to let more air in here, because I'm pretty sure these 2 fans are doing more than what that intake down there can do. I do normally, well, sometimes I'll leave the door open a little bit to help, but I can't always do that. So what we do is we'll open that up whenever, you know, we're here. So, you know, if someone does try to come in, you know, we're here or whatever. But I will quickly touch on, he hasn't confirmed it yet, but it's possible that Red Panda Mining will start hosting with me here soon. I need to get a new rack, because right now I have, like, there's space on that rack. I guess I could do it there, or I can move some of that stuff onto this rack, and then he could have some of that rack. But he's potentially looking at moving his ASIC miners either to me or to some other farm that he gets, whatever he gets the best rate at. It's obviously where I would tell him to go. We've been a long time friend, so like, you know, hosting stuff for him would definitely be no problem. It wouldn't be for free, because, you know, I got to make money, because I'm paying for this space. I'm paying for the power to be available. So I can't do it for free for him, but I mean, I'm not going to rip him off. It's got to be worth my time, because I could just put in my own rigs, because, you know, this stuff is making a lot of money. But anyways, so I think I talked about it before about my website, but I'll have a link down below to my website. What I'm going to do is I have a couple L3s that I have listed on there right now, and what I'll also be doing is I'll be listing at least the Z9 minis and the Z9 bigs, maybe some of the A9s, but I actually kind of like the A9s compared to the other ones. But I might list everything on this lot that I bought, and I might be trying me upgrading to newer miners, or just diversifying a little bit, because right now I'm like 100%, well, not about 50% Echo Hash, well, not 50%, I would say 40% Echo Hash, 40% Ethereum, and then like 10% in other coins, so like Raven Coin, like Bitcoin, because I have S9s, and L3s with Dogecoin and Litecoin. So like that's my main coins that I'm mining right now. So like I want to diversify a little bit more, like what my dad has been doing, because he's got that What's Miner, which making like $50 a day on Decred. He's got a Z15 over there, which is new, but it's not working. So we got to talk to the person about it, and maybe you guys can help me out. But basically what's happening is it says it's really hot, but given that I can literally just put my hand right here, I don't feel any heat. I'm pretty sure we got a sensor issue or something like that. Maybe you guys know more about these things than I do. I've never had a Z15 before. That is what I want to upgrade those miners to, but you know, I have to. These things. This one miner was $7,000 compared to I paid an average price of $350 for each one of these miners. So that's more than a 10x price increase for that thing. But the nice thing about that thing is it does 420,000 souls, whereas like an A9 will do anywhere from 50 to 70,000 souls for about 800 watts, and that thing is running at, well, if it was working, it'd be pulling about 1,600 watts. So basically, your equivalence is about 100 to 140,000 souls for this. For that one doing 400,000 souls. So it's about a 4 times gain. So you're going to save. You basically cut your power about in half on those, but the A9s were way more efficient than the other miners that Bitmain put out. Well, maybe not the Z11, but definitely the Z9s and Z9 Minis. So it would cut way more than half on the Z9s and Z9 Minis. So those are the main ones I want to get rid of and switch to Z15s, because it also saved me power and rack space, because basically I could replace this whole rack with one miner and it would do the same amount of hash rate but with like way less power. So yeah, that's what I'd be working on. I think that's about all I have to update you guys on. I did do more stuff over at the shed, but I'll have to do another video when I'm over there. So that's Crypto Clutch signing off. Peace out.